very good morning, viewers. You're watching NewsX and I'm Kriti Mehta. Big stories lined up for you this Monday morning. Let's start with some breaking news updates. Now, the monsoon session of Parliament will begin today. It will continue till the 13th of August. The 25-day session will have 19 sittings. During this session, several important legislations are expected to be taken up for discussion and passage. Atul Ranjan is joining us on this. Atul, very good morning. Take us through what all bills have been lined up for the monsoon session.
Well, yes, quite an interesting session of the parliament that is coming up, given the fact that government has lined up several key important bills for passage, this time around, while the opposition waits for it to pick up, different issues that have been, being discussed in the country for a while now, be it NEET or be it the other Ram Mandir issue or other issues that have been, been used by opposition to criticize the government recently. Some of the key bills that are coming up obviously includes the national Vande Mataram, bill that sort of, amends the National Honours Act to include Vande Mataram into at par with the national anthem and makes any sort of, insult to the national anthem punishable offense. That is something crucial. Now, the second crucial thing bill that is coming up is obviously, the fact that the Supreme Court's, the ordinance that was brought in by the government earlier this summer to increase the number of, the strength of the Supreme Court judges from 34 to 38. That amendment, amendment to that act would be taken up so that the ordinance is passed through this time around. Obviously, later on in the session, we'll also see the crucial 138th and the 131st Amendment bill also coming up, which would obviously entail that fact that any minister or a chief minister or a prime minister who is has been convicted in an offence and given a prison of 2 years, who has been sent to a jail for 30 days would be automatically suspended from their post. 131st, obviously, which is attached to the limitation as well as women's reservation bill, quite a contentious one, which wasn't the government wasn't able to pass through last time around. This time around, again, the government would try to introduce the bill again and maybe try their luck this time around.
All right, Atul, request you to stay on with me. We have some more breaking updates. Now, today, the Lok Sabha is scheduled to take up the Supreme Court number of Judges Amendment Bill 2026, and Rajya Sabha is scheduled to discuss the prevention of insults to National Honour Amendment Bill 2026. As my colleague was just telling us, apart from these bills, the Registration of Births and Deaths Amendment Bill, Income Tax Amendment Bill, Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises Development Amendment Bill are also expected to be discussed during the monsoon session. Atul, if you can take us through what these bills are talking about and what changes are expected if the bills are passed.
Well, out of these 5 bills, obviously the first 2 are quite crucial bills, given the fact that, as I said, earlier in the May, government, decided to increase the number of judges, the strength of the judges in the Supreme Court from existing 34 to 38. Now, the last time around when the judges' strength was increased was in 2019, back in 2019. Now, it has increased again. The government has obviously cited the fact that over 92,000 pending cases are there at the Supreme Court, and so this is warranted. So that would be taken up. The Supreme Court, Judges Strength Amendment Act, that would be taken up. And the second crucial bill that the government would be bringing in the Rajya Sabha, in fact, Amit Shah, the Home Minister himself, would be introducing this in the Rajya Sabha today, is the National Honours Amendment Act, which would basically, put the national song Vande Mataram at par with the national anthem. And as as per the National Honours Act, the Constitution, the national flag is supposed to have being treated with a certain respect. That national song will also now attract the same level of respect from people. So violation could lead to an imprisonment of 3 years. In fact, that is what the government, the bill, the agenda of the bill suggests. In fact, the government has also, in the objectives of the bill, and some of the arguments that were made during the Constituent Assembly debate, and that by Mukherjee as well during the Constituent Assembly debate, that national anthem also deserves to be treated at par with national also deserves to be treated at par with national anthem. And we have seen this has been quite a debate because been have objected to the expansion of the Vande Mataram, because initially the first two paras were only considered, but now the government has mandated that throughout all the paras of Vande Mataram to be sung as a new program. So certainly,
Absolutely. Atul, thank you for bringing us those details. And for now, viewers, let's shift our focus.